Now it's time to find a job. Obviously, you can go through job boards, you can look online, you can go through your school if you just graduated, or if you are going to be graduating soon. You can talk to friends, coworkers if you've already been working for a while. Here's my opinion of how exactly you should find your job. You have to look at LinkedIn. And I don't mean LinkedIn looking at the job board and responding to those jobs. I mean, build out your network. You need to connect with as many people as possible. Going back to the industries, you pick 3 industries, right? Find all the people in those industries, other sales engineers, people in marketing, owners, people in purchasing, operations, engineering. Look up those people, look up those companies, try and connect with as many people as you can. This is not about only connecting with people you meet. This is about trying to build a network of people so that way when you start engaging with them or you start talking about things or posting things, people will then recognize your name. LinkedIn, if you do it correctly and build your network out, and I'm talking 500, 1,500, 2,500 connections that are in these industries, and you start engaging with them, the chances of you getting a job from one of them skyrockets through the roof. And a lot of times, if you already have some experience in an industry or you're trying to get into sales from already having work experience in some sort of field that's complementary to it, it's gonna increase it even more, because they're constantly looking for people, and most likely they'll reach out to you and say, hey, you wanna get into sales? We've got a new opportunity, or I know somebody, and you wanna really build out that network. I have had numerous people that I walk through this process that literally start connecting with owners, people in sales, things like that, and then within a couple of weeks, they've had job opportunities saying, hey, we've got a new opportunity, do you wanna interview for it? Or I've looked at what you did on LinkedIn, and I really like your background and like your attitude. Have you ever thought about applying for this position that we have open? And it's like, oh, no, I didn't. Or, oh, thanks for letting me know about it. It's huge, it's massive. It's the most under-tapped resource of, instead of just going to LinkedIn, searching for jobs, apply, and doing all that. You can still do that, but in conjunction to that, you need to focus on building out your network. And when I say, I'm not talking just decision makers. I'm not saying just the VP of sales, just the sales manager, just the CEO. I'm saying pick those 3 industries, find 100 companies, 300 companies at each industry, find every salesperson request a connection, find everybody in marketing, everybody in engineering, CEOs, CFOs, purchasing, whoever it is, HR, and just send connection requests and say, hey, my name's so-and-so, I'm looking at getting, I really wanted to connect with you, build out your network, something like that. I'm really interested in getting into sales. I love the content you're making, something that's somewhat relevant. Or you can just leave it as a standard. I like to add you to my LinkedIn network. That's fine as well. People typically don't read those too close anyways, those invitations. They just look at who you are and accept from there. So making sure that your background is up to date, your school is up to date on your LinkedIn profile, any experience, fill out your job summary, put in your headline something like mechanical engineer seeking sales position, or love industrial automation, or something like that, something that's crafty to where when they see your picture and the headline, it doesn't just say like ME student at Michigan State. Like change that to something that's a little bit more relevant. Or if it's your current job and it's quality engineer at ABC company, change that out and have it be something that's relevant to where when they see it, it's gonna be relevant to what they do, and they'll be like, okay, I'll accept it. Because people look at your picture and then look at that headline. And if the headline says some BS, then they're gonna look at your profile, and then maybe they'll be like, no, this guy doesn't, I don't really wanna connect with them, and just hit ignore. What you're hoping for is they see your picture, read the headline, click accept. LinkedIn, the most underutilized resource. The goal here is to bring people to you so you don't have to keep going out and only being a one-sided trying to hunt for that job. Do that also while you're building out your network. Now, like I said, you need to be over 1,500, over 2,000. Don't just be like, I've got 64 connections. Go for hundreds, 500s at a time to really bump it up, because people aren't always on LinkedIn and they're not on there every day. If you want to speed up the timeline of when you get a technical sales job, increase your network to where it's massive, to where you got a few thousand people that are relevant, and then the jobs will start coming to you.